Hey everybody, hope you're all doing well. Thank you very much for tuning in to today's video. We really appreciate the support and are very grateful for you guys for tuning in and letting us do what we do. So if you haven't already, please make sure to like and subscribe and all that good stuff so we can keep doing what we're doing. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. Today we're going to be talking about this new tank here that I've got behind me. This is our new Mbuna tank that is going to be on display in the shop for all of you guys to see. Obviously, if you're in the local area, you can come actually see it in person, which will be better. But today I'm just going to give you a quick walkthrough, show you all the fish, show you all the equipment, how it all runs, bit of information about it and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, thank you very much and let's get into that. So the part that everyone is going to want to know about is the actual fish themselves, or the cool part, as I like to say. So what we've got in here, we've got red top lycoma, elongatus impunga, redfin trophiops, albino blue zebras, and Synodontis petricola. I mean, no, not petricola, Synodontis lucipennis, which is like these little catfish boys down here. And I think that's everything, unless I've missed something, which is very possible, but I believe that's all. So this is what I like to refer to as kind of my more rare Mbuna tank, and I think they're all, even though they're maybe not the most colourful now, I think they're really cool fish, and they're going to be really cool as they grow. They're going to be so much nicer. Have a nice big tank full of Mbuna, and you can't beat it. So this tank is about 1100 wide, better part of, what would that be? Better part of 4 feet. It's about 600 deep, so that's like 2 feet, and then it would be about 700 tall, I think, off the top of my head, which would be 2.5 feet, I think. So it is quite a big tank. It's got a lot of footprint and a lot of height, so like there's a lot of water in it, even if it doesn't necessarily look it on camera. But the idea with this is that this is going to be suitable for these fish long term. Like, we're not going to run out of space. That's kind of what I was wanting to avoid, because we've got a lot of impunga and a lot of lycoma in here, so obviously they're going to need some good room. But yeah, these guys are really cool. These are probably my favorites in the tank, is the redfin trophiops. They're probably not the most colorful fish or the most popular fish, but honestly I think they're so stunning and such awesome fish. And the Synodontis lucipennis that we've got in here, which is like these guys here, they're basically like the petricola you'll see all the time, but they're not going to stay as, not going to get as big, and they'll stay a lot more sort of slender through the midsection. They're a great little bottom dweller for any sort of African cichlid tank, because obviously they can hang with them in terms of aggression and all that, but they're a good little cleanup crew that add a little bit of a different level of activity too. So I really think they're well worth it in any tank, but particularly in a Mbuna tank. I think they're just so cool. Everyone seems to love them. So what more could you want? So in terms of the hardware, this tank is running one of these. This is the Serra UVC 400, which is just like a canister filter with the built-in UV, and it's a solid, sort of simple, solid unit. This space is a little bit hard to show you, but yeah, got that, which is plenty, especially for how big they are now. As they grow, we might want to get something a bit more beefy, but that's a problem for later down the line. We're running just 2 of these Aqua One 300 watt heaters to heat this bad boy. Again, plenty. I probably don't need 2. I mean, one of them would probably be fine, because it's very warm in here, obviously, with so many warm tanks, so probably doesn't matter as much. But yeah, we're just running 2 300 watt Aqua One heaters, and we're just running one of these old Aqua One. This is like a very basic LED, pretty much like the most basic light you can get, but I really like how sort of white it is. I think it really makes everything stand out, and yeah, the tank itself is actually 15mm ultra clear glass. So if I put you right up here, whoa, look at that, that's so cool. But yeah, that's ultra clear, so you can see how it's got like no green in it. That's basically because it's got low iron, so the lower iron makes it real clear and real easy to see through. It's not needed, but basically what happened is we built this tank for my girlfriend, who was at the time starting to get into fish, and so this tank would only need to be 12 mil but she wanted ultra clear, and they don't actually make ultra clear in 12 mil, so it had to be 15, so it was super expensive to make. And so when she was kind of wanting to stop keeping fish, she wanted to get rid of it, but we just couldn't find anyone that was wanting to take it, because obviously she was wanting to recoup some of those costs, and we couldn't find anyone to make that work. So I've taken it here for now, and I'm gonna just buy it off her for what it was. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely worth it. Like, even like long ways, if you see, like, look how clear that is. That is crystal clear. So that's crystal clear there, and I'll do this tank just to show you the sort of difference. This is just clear float. See, it's like pretty much black. You can't even really see through it. Like, you can really see the difference when you do that, between the glasses. Like, everyone always asks me if it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it for every tank, but if you want a stunning display tank, ultra clear is the way to go for sure. It really kind of pulls everything together. I think it's well worth it. So yeah, thank you very much for that. That's pretty much all I had to show you with the tank. I'll do some more content based around it as it sort of, the water's still a bit murky and all that, but as it kind of matures, it'll be a center of attention for all of us. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. I think it's really cool. Definitely sort of does the job. But yeah, if you want to see it in real life, feel free to come in, take a look at it. But yeah, I mean, Mbuna, because I really want to make a cool Mbuna tank, because they don't tend to get the love that they maybe deserve, which I think is a shame. I think they're well worth it. So if you're at all thinking about Mbuna, my opinion is it's definitely well worth it. But yeah, I mean, that's all I had for today. So thank you guys very much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Make sure to like and subscribe and all that good stuff, and we'll catch you in the next one. See ya!